Trader Joe's is beloved for its unique and delicious sauces, dips, desserts, and entrees, capturing flavors from all over the world. But how do we move on when some of them just vanish? Whether you follow a plant-based diet, like to cut out animal products every now and then, or just enjoy the taste of a good veggie burger, Trader Joe's high-protein veggie burger had everything you needed. But now it's been discontinued, and we're so sad to see it go. Fans loved the taste and the fact that it was a healthy, lightweight meal. This was a veggie burger with several grams of pea protein, letting you get plenty of nutrients while skipping the beef. Unfortunately, though, this item went from being a delicious, best-kept secret to no longer available. Everyone loves a nice batch of cookies, especially when they're uniquely flavored. And that was certainly true of Trader Joe's chocolate chip sandwich cookies. They mixed the tried and true simplicity of chocolate chip cookies while adding a sweet layer of fudge in the middle. It was a winning combination, and you got plenty of cookies per box. Throw in a glass of milk, and you were transported right back to childhood. These cookies were discontinued in 2021, though, and they're still being mourned to this day. Everyone who missed out when they were around are now just kicking themselves. If you're a fan of sweet and savory, you're probably wondering what happened to Trader Joe's honey butter potato chips. They were made with simple, natural ingredients that were combined together for a delicious flavor. The mixture of honey, butter, and salt coalesced for a beloved, crispy snack that fans appreciated so much they're petitioning to get it back. Though these chips were discontinued in 2018, they still rank highly on the list of items that Trader Joe's shoppers wish that they could still get their hands on. We'll probably never see Joe's O's again. It was a departure that sent shockwaves through the Trader Joe's faithful. It was a type of pasta in the shape of the letter O, featuring a combination of rich, savory tomato sauce with gooey melted cheese sauce. To top it off, this canned pasta was organic, so people felt great knowing that they were also looking out for their health. Those who loved these tasty O's agreed that they were gone too soon, and many considered them among the best canned foods at Trader Joe's. Amino acids are excellent for several reasons. They provide energy, help you break down your food, promote brain health, and assist in the production of hormones. And when you get these amino acids in the form of a flavorful sauce, it's a no-brainer. Trader Joe's once offered a delicious smoky barbecue-flavored take on coconut aminos. Not only did you get smoky barbecue flavor in every bottle, but it was also certified organic. It was a favorite for both the health-conscious crowd and for anyone who just loves barbecue flavoring on their food. It was a novel idea that worked, but it unfortunately didn't last long. Nowadays, you'll have to settle for regular organic coconut aminos. This list wouldn't be complete without some delicious breakfast items. Whether you enjoy fresh yellow fruit or a stack of waffles first thing in the morning, Trader Joe's banana-flavored waffles provided you the best of both worlds and a chance to indulge your inner minion. Banana! These frozen waffles were healthier than the variety you're most likely to see at other grocery stores. They were wheat-free, gluten-free, and had no artificial colors or flavors. You could enjoy them with some maple syrup, sliced fruit, or just on their own. We haven't seen them on TJ's store shelves since 2009, so we probably just have to accept that they won't come back, at least not anytime soon. Chocolate sandwich cookies are a classic. Whether you take bites out of the entire cookie, split them in half, or dip them in milk, these treats have been tickling taste buds for generations. Chocolate Joe-Joes were pretty similar to classic Oreos, except that they were filled with chocolate cream in the middle. It's a nostalgic type of cookie, like those you might see in a glass jar at an old-school grocery store. Shoppers appreciated the chocolate-on-chocolate approach, and they've been clamoring for a comeback for years. Pulled meats are beloved for their versatility. You can serve pulled barbecue on a bun or by itself, dry or with sauce. You can eat it as it is or dress it up with the likes of coleslaw, pickles, and sliced carrots. Unfortunately, you can't do any of that anymore with items from Trader Joe's, as the store's barbecue pulled items have completely disappeared. They came fully cooked in hickory smoke-flavored barbecue sauce, and shoppers loved how easy it was to prepare them for some delicious results, as you didn't need a smoker to enjoy the robust flavor. Unfortunately, we now have to look elsewhere for similar products. Island Salsa provided a mixture of sweet, savory, and spicy flavors, all in the same jar. It was a chunky mix made with tropical flavors like mango and pineapple, along with red jalapeno peppers. People enjoyed this sweet and zesty salsa with their nachos, tacos, and slow cooker recipes. It's one of the many salsas that were discontinued by Trader Joe's at the time, and one that people would like to see come back. They particularly appreciated the unique flavor profile, which you couldn't get from just any old salsa. Sometimes we all just need a break to refresh and recharge, and Trader Joe's Red Refresh Herbal Tea used to provide people the opportunity to do just that. It included fresh ingredients like hibiscus, wild cherry bark, lemongrass, rose hips, orange peel, and peppermint. Shoppers loved the flavor and energy boost that it provided, plus the fact that it was caffeine-free. Each box came with 20 tea bags, thereby providing plenty of bang for the buck. Trader Joe's has always been a reliable place to satisfy your sushi fix. And if you're a sushi fan with a plant-based diet, you were able to enjoy the brown rice avocado roll for a while. But those days have since come and gone. This was a health-conscious shopper's go-to, since the substitution of brown rice over white delivers more fiber and whole grains, allowing for slower digestion. It also provided the nutrients and heart health benefits of fresh avocados, all wrapped up in an expertly crafted roll. TJ's still tends to have plenty of other sushi options to choose from, but this one is nevertheless missed by many. Few snacks are as simple and as satisfying as saltine crackers. They're crispy, lightweight, and pair well with all sorts of soups, cheeses, and dips. Before you know it, you might discover that you've eaten an entire sleeve of them.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Trader Joe's salty squares were no different. These tasty saltines used the tried and true formula that we all love, and they also happen to be organic. It was a worthy take on a timeless snack, but they haven't been seen on TJ's shelves for years, so we've had to just put subpar replacements on our soups and spreads ever since. Trader Jose's Chipotle Black Bean Dip delivered 12 ounces of spice and flavor. It provided everything that you could possibly want in a bean dip, and it paired perfectly well with nachos, tacos, quesadillas, and other similar dishes. Shoppers got a lot of value out of this dip, as it was made with real ingredients instead of fillers and additives. It was also a great companion for salsa or queso, but then it was pulled from shelves around 2023, while the similarly beloved fat-free spicy black bean dip has also been discontinued. Sadly, we likely won't ever see the return of either. Trader Joe's is never one to shy away from interesting and flavorful takes on everyday items, and the company was able to take something as simple and mundane as mayonnaise and add a little pizzazz. The chili lime mayonnaise featured concentrated lime juice, along with powdered ancho and chipotle peppers. It was made in the hopes of adding plenty of zest and a little spice to our sandwiches. Shoppers were a bit torn on this mayonnaise because of the inclusion of soybean oil. They appreciated the ambitious recipe, but thought the inclusion of potentially unhealthy ingredients cheapened the product. To make matters worse, many people just kinda hated the taste. So this mayo lasted mere months before TJ's decided to discontinue it. Sweet potatoes have long been a healthy substitute for many of our favorite salty snacks. You can go to restaurants all over the country and find sweet potato fries on the menu. Trader Joe's took it a step further by offering its own sweet potato tortilla chips. These chips were made with white corn and sweet potatoes, and shoppers appreciated them as a healthy alternative while enjoying the lightness and crunchiness. They paired well with a wide variety of salsas and sour creams, but they were also just generally highly regarded on their own. The $1.99 price tag also pleased shoppers who were looking to snack on a budget. Trader Joe's fudge sauce and fondue was beloved by many, but as we've established already, that love isn't always enough to keep it on shelves forever. This treat satisfied the sweet tooth with its richness and flavor, and it was also an excellent accompaniment for a variety of desserts. But then the fudge sauce and fondue was discontinued in 2022, and customers immediately voiced their disapproval on social media. It had plenty of 5-star reviews, along with widely shared hacks and recommendations on how to get the most out of it. Simply put, it's one of the discontinued TJ's products that supporters are most hopeful will eventually return. No one would ever call Cheetos a healthy snack, but we appreciate that Trader Joe's came up with a healthier alternative that its customers fell in love with. So we can understand why so many people were heartbroken when the spicy cheese Crunchies were discontinued in 2022. Rather than boasting the litany of unhealthy additives found in Cheetos, the spicy cheese Crunchies were made with cornmeal and real cheddar cheese, baked instead of fried, and gluten-free. They were also free of artificial dyes and flavors, but all of these positives weren't enough to keep this one on store shelves until the end of time, although they do have a huge contingent of supporters pushing for a return. We bet even Chester Cheetah is a fan.
Dangerously cheesy.
Jackfruit has emerged as a popular meat substitute in recent years. Even though it's a fruit, it has a meaty texture and enough of a neutral flavor to be seasoned to taste just about however you'd like, and Trader Joe's took advantage of all that with its vegan jackfruit cakes. These crabless cakes provided customers a taste of the sea without having to eat any actual meat. It was a seafood substitute that many people love to dress up with garnishes and their favorite sauces, but now shoppers will have to look elsewhere for a vegan crab cake equivalent, as this product was discontinued in 2021. The barbecue popped ridges offered light, crispy deliciousness and a tangy kick of barbecue sauce. These puffed snacks were made from potatoes, corn, and seasoning, and people really enjoyed their sweet and spicy flavor. Plus, they were a healthier alternative to most typical barbecue potato chips from other grocery stores. But TJ's decided to discontinue this snack in 2021, eliciting a barrage of disapproval and crying emojis. Fans were simply gutted to hear that their favorite snack food was leaving and unlikely to ever return. Who says frozen pizza has to be a guilty pleasure? Trader Joe's shoppers were able to enjoy the chain's arugula variety without any regrets. In addition to the heaps of arugula, It was topped with cherry tomatoes and real cheese. Though it was a frozen pizza, reviewers said that it looked like a work of art that they didn't even want to cut into. The consensus was that it was delicious, though not very filling. But as magnificent as this pizza was, TJ's decided to discontinue it, like so many other dear departed favorites. And now, pizza lovers have been left in limbo looking for a healthy and tasty replacement. You can't have a cookout without baked beans.
Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
When doctored up, baked beans are a summertime favorite that pair perfectly with a slab of ribs or chicken fresh off the grill. Trader Joe's offered its own take with a 15-ounce can of organic baked beans. By all accounts, they were flavorful and delicious and a welcome alternative to non-organic options. You could enjoy them as they were or spruce them up to your liking. Health-conscious shoppers also appreciated that they offered a great source of fiber, but unfortunately, TJ's decided to discontinue them in early 2022. Jars of Trader Joe's Queso Cheese Dip disappeared back in 2021. It was a low-calorie option offered in a 12-ounce jar, and you could use it on your tortilla chips, tacos, or other salty or savory snacks. But unlike other dearly departed products, many customers were actually glad to see this one go. In fact, they rejoiced on social media, leaving comments about how much they disliked the taste. Thankfully, in late 2024, Trader Joe's introduced its white queso dip, which you can find in the refrigerated section, and this one is definitely worth picking up. Trader Joe's shoppers were so sad to see the Just Sauce turkey Bolognese disappear. It was a go-to for an easy family dinner night, with many home cooks using it to create pasta dishes or even sloppy joes. Having this sauce was a definite time saver, and you could also bulk it up by adding an extra can of tomatoes, veggies, or seasonings. Unfortunately, though, it was discontinued in 2022. One Redditor noted at the time, managers said due to inflation, the price they'd have to charge for it would be unacceptable. But judging by the outcry, many people would have gladly paid more rather than see this sauce go. And while we understand that TJ's has to maintain a certain pricing standard, it doesn't make this departure any easier. Trader Joe's roasted Gorgonzola-flavored oven crisp crackers are remembered as one of the chain's best snacks of all time. The Gorgonzola taste really shined through, and these crackers were perfect to snack on alone or topped with cheese or tinned fish. As one Redditor raved, "I would drive an hour for those and pick up seriously 10 boxes for my man. We loved them with the pub cheese. So good." Another claimed that they easily consumed an entire container in 24 hours. You can imagine the disbelief these loyal customers must have felt when these crackers were discontinued. Whenever you're shopping at Trader Joe's, you've got to make sure to hit up the salsa aisle. But sadly, if you never tried the spicy, smoky peach variety, that ship has already sailed. It was discontinued years ago, and customers are still mourning the loss to this day. As the name indicated, this salsa was spicy, smoky, and just the right amount of sweet, making it an excellent addition to the likes of pork tacos or barbecue. And of course, it also made a great dipping sauce. Although there's no perfect replacement, fans recommend trying substitutes like TJ's pineapple salsa or name brand products like Mrs. Renfro's peach salsa that are available at other grocery stores. Trader Joe's Cuban-style black beans were a healthy and popular canned item with just the right blend of seasonings, including bell peppers, onions, garlic, and spices. They made for an excellent addition to chili, tostadas, and dips, and they were also vegan and gluten-free. They ticked so many boxes and were absolutely delicious, which is why customers were so shocked to see them go. Truthfully, we're not entirely sure why these beans got the boot. Perhaps it was sourcing issues, or maybe it was a simple lack of demand, although that's kind of hard to imagine. But if you're looking for an alternative, TJ's does still carry organic black beans. Although less exciting and not Cuban style, you can still certainly utilize them in similar recipes.
But it's not the same.
Trader Joe's Eggplant Cutlets made for an excellent vegetarian burger or a quick eggplant parmesan. Some people even love to stack them and drizzle them in marinara sauce, while others turned them into pizza toppings. So when they were discontinued, customers were predictably disappointed. But if you've been craving these cutlets, you might be in luck. Several people have claimed to find similar products at Aldi and H-E-B. One Amazon reviewer even wrote about the Dominex brand's eggplant cutlets. They are much fresher than the cutlets previously sold at Trader Joe's, and I use them to make eggplant sandwiches for myself. Fluffy peppermint marshmallows enrobed in rich dark chocolate sound like the perfect holiday treat. Eating them alongside hot chocolate can really give us that warm and fuzzy feeling, and many customers looked forward to stocking up on this seasonal item every winter. Sadly, this is no longer possible since Trader Joe's discontinued its dark chocolate Minty Mallows in 2024. But if you're still looking to quench that peppermint and chocolate craving, you'll be happy to know that there's a similar product at Aldi. That store's Chocur dark chocolate peppermint marshmallow treats look like chocolate-covered stars, and shoppers believe that they taste close enough to TJ's version. But if you prefer to remain loyal to TJ's, the store does still sell its seasonal peppermint mini marshmallows. They're not coated in chocolate, but they do have a magically minty flavor that works wonders in Rice Krispie treats or hot cocoa. Once upon a time, Trader Joe's shoppers were cuckoo for coconut cashews. These coconut-coated nuts were the perfect blend of sweet and salty, which is why fans were so sad to see them go. They noticed them disappearing off store shores around 2022, with one Redditor dramatically exclaiming, "I will riot. These are my absolute favorite, and I've been wondering why I can't find them at my store anymore." So what are coconut cashew fans to do in the wake of this departure? Well, you can head to Aldi for its coconut cashew copycat, which is supplied by Southern Grove. But a little disclaimer, not everyone believes that they live up to expectations. As one Redditor explained, they taste about 95% the same as the TJ version. I would still prefer the TJ version, but this will do. Trader Joe's rice pudding was a cold, creamy treat that really hit the spot. Although some consider rice pudding a dessert, it's also light enough to work as a snack. Plus, the ingredient list for TJ's version was fairly simple, containing just rice, milk, sugar, and vanilla extract. Sadly, though, this product got the boot back in February 2021. Customers were certainly sad to see it go, with several admitting that they still have cravings for it. If you're one of those hankering for rice pudding, don't fret, as there are other options available. A helpful fan on Facebook recommended Cozy Shack's variety. It's rumored to be the same thing, or close to it, and it's sold at many retailers, including Safeway and Target.
Absurdly delicious.
Trader Joe's shoppers went nutty for the mixed nut butter, and it's easy to understand why. It was a tasty blend of 6 nuts: almonds, cashews, walnuts, Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, and pecans. You'd be hard-pressed to find this exact combo anywhere else, and the sheer variety was bound to provide a unique flavor and array of nutrients. So fans were obviously gutted when the mixed nut butter was discontinued. A Reddit thread even popped up to bid it a fond farewell, with one customer lamenting, "I found this out today and almost cried in the store." Meanwhile, another declared, "This is so sad. I and a lot of my mom friends loved this product when our babies first started eating solid foods. It was a great way to provide frequent exposure to a variety of nuts to reduce the chance of nut allergies developing." Jo-Jo's are Trader Joe's version of Oreos, and they come in several different flavors. Sadly, certain varieties haven't stuck around for long, including the matcha version. Although this flavor was only ever available for a short time, those who were lucky enough to try it still rave about it to this day. As one Redditor put it, "These were my all-time favorite item from Trader Joe's. So delicious." Matcha has a sweet, earthy flavor that complemented these cookies perfectly. Unfortunately, we wouldn't recommend holding your breath for the return of this trendy option. Although it is worth noting that TJ's still carries Jo-Jo's in chocolate vanilla cream and chocolate and peanut butter flavors. The chain also has gluten-free and low-calorie versions, along with seasonal varieties. When Trader Joe's discontinued its beloved cilantro and jalapeño hummus, customers weren't exactly happy about it, with many spilling their guts about it on social media. One person wrote on X, "It's the only hummus I like, and I'm very sad. I went to 2 Trader Joe's and didn't see it." There were disappointed customers over on Reddit too, saying, "My heart is broken," and "No, it's basically the only reason I ever go there." This hummus was a unique product that will be hard to ever replace perfectly. It had a spicy, aromatic quality that paired well with tortilla chips and guacamole. It also worked delightfully as a condiment on sandwiches. You can always try blending cilantro and jalapeno peppers yourself for a homemade hummus, but it sure won't match the convenience of TJ's version. Aloo chaat kati pouches were one of Trader Joe's many delicious frozen food finds. These pastries were stuffed with potatoes, chickpeas, chaat masala, and tamarind chutney, resulting in a sweet and savory flavor bomb. Although they didn't seem to become hugely popular, they had a devoted niche following, and fans were sad to say goodbye. Folks on Reddit had a lot to say about it. "They stopped making them, and I think about them all the time. I miss these so much. These were the best. All the good stuff at TJ's gets discontinued." Shoppers are really missing Trader Joe's organic buffalo-style hummus, which tasted exactly the way it sounds. A buffalo sauce meets hummus concoction that really hit the spot. If you enjoy spicy bean dip, this was the perfect option to accompany veggies, chips, or rice crackers. It made for a crowd-pleasing hors d'oeuvre that required zero prep. But the good news is that it may just have been a dupe for another brand. One savvy shopper pointed out on Reddit that it might just be the Hope brand Buffalo Blue Hummus, which is available in other stores. If this inkling is correct, you'll surely want to keep your eyes out for the Hope brand in other stores.
Hope Hummus is committed to unique and creative flavors with ingredients sourced from the freshest, highest quality suppliers.
What discontinued product do Trader Joe's shoppers miss more than any other? It might just be the Thai curry shrimp gyoza. One Redditor reminisced, "There was a time when I took them for work lunch almost every day. They had a crispy shell that didn't get soggy and were the perfect cold snacking food." If you can't live without TJ's gyozas, the chain still carries a Thai vegetable variety, which is similar to the discontinued version, but without the shrimp, of course. These veggie stuffed dumplings come with cabbage, carrots, radishes, and onions mixed in a flavorful seasoning. Add some of TJ's Argentinian red shrimp, and you've got a deconstructed version of the Thai curry shrimp ready to go.